dicks. What's up, you duck dicks?
Because they're like corkscrews.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, Google what a duck dick looks like, dude.
I'm not going to Google that.
I mean, you're on a protected network.
I just don't want to do it.
No, they're wild looking.
I'll pass.
This is a great time for our sponsor, NordVPN. Are you trying to look up what a duck dick looks like in a hotel room in the middle of New York State?
Christ.
Well, you're protected by NordVPN.
I quit. On that note, I'm done.
What is up, you jabronis? Welcome back to another episode of the Fetch and Shock podcast. I am your host, a white-bordered basic, Tyler, and joining me, as always, is a curled foil, Matt. Matt, what is going on, dude?
Nothing, man. Just hotel living. Headed back tomorrow. So that's
Yeah, you're somewhere in central, eastern New York right now.
Where in the world is Matt?
Bop.
Generally, New York.
Well, who is that originally? Was it Matt Lauer?
Matt Lauer, yeah, the fucking sex offender.
Oh, was he a sex offender?
That's why he got fired. He was like a fucking asshole and like tried to fuck all these women in the news studio and was like a real dick about everything.
Oh, Jesus.
You didn't know that?
No, when did this happen?
A while ago. This is why he got fired.
I just assumed when I saw like Matt Lauer trending on Twitter that he just like died. I didn't know he did anything bad. Every time I see a celebrity trending on Twitter, I'm just like, oh, that person kicked the bucket.
Yeah, he was like trying to fuck everyone like all the time and was like, I guess, quite aggressive. Yeah,
it turns out when they were asking where was Matt Lauer, it turns out it was out of his goddamn mind.
Yeah, just being a genuine piece of shit.
Yeah, wow. I had no idea that Matt Lauer was such a piece of shit. Now I just hate Matt Lauer.
Yeah,
not like I had any feelings towards him before.
You're a bit behind the times here, bud.
How long ago is this? Like last week, or was this like years ago?
This was a long ass time ago. Hold on, I'll look it up when he got fired.
Welcome to the Fetch and Shock Matt Lauer podcast. Didn't expect this to have the turn that it did. Well, while you're looking up Matt Lauer, I'm going to look up on Twitter what our Twitter poll question ended up being for this week. Last week I asked, because our whole entire episode last week was just all about Twitter drama. And I wanted to ask, is Twitter actually bad or is it actually good? And it turns out a vast majority of people think Twitter is actually good. A stark 76.5% said Twitter is a good thing for Magic the Gathering, which I think I agree with.
Yeah, it just depends on the day, I guess.
We might have just had a salty week, and like there's always something to complain about. Like I said, people love complaining.
November 29th, 2017, he got fired.
Oh, that might be the most informational thing that we've covered on this podcast.
Yeah, sexually harassed an unknown female NBC employee during the 2014 Winter Olympics in Russia, and it continued when they got to New York.
Oh my God.
Yeah, genuine piece of shit.
What the fuck, Matt Lauer?
Yeah, garbage person.
Jeez. Well, thanks for the info, I guess. Now I know not to invite Matt Lauer to my birthday party.
Was that something you were going to do before that? Oh, okay.
I always send him an invite every year. He never shows up. But now I'm just not going to send it to him.
You're not an NBC female employee who he can sexually harass. That's why.
Oh, that's true. I don't think I'd ever be an NBC employee anyway, because they would listen to this podcast and be like, no.
Definitely not.
Fucking chance, bud. Get out of here.
Not going to happen, bud.
Before I walked in the door, they're going to be like, you're one of those Fetch and Shock boys. I heard about you on the internet.
He's trying to fucking sexually assault someone.
No, we can't talk shit about NBC. They fired him. They did the right thing.
They did. Fuck
NBC, thumbs up. You did a great job.
Yeah, not NBC. Fuck Matt Lauer.
Yeah, Matt Lauer specifically. Fuck Matt Lauer.
Still can't believe you didn't know that.
No, I had no idea. But speaking of the Twitter things, on Twitter too, our good friend Corey, I retweeted it, so if anybody else wants to see the list, you can go. Our friend Corey, friend of the podcast, and host of If Plans Could Kill, a subpar podcast compared to us, but a podcast nonetheless.
Pretty shitty.
But he sent me a list of fucking Selesnya slivers after our popper conversation last week.
Is his just stock?
No, his is got some spice in it too. I like it. He has the one that gives reach. That's a spicy meatball. He has commune with nature. That's a spicy meatball. And he's got vines of basswood in it.
Protect them slivers, bro.
Yeah, or make a boy real big.
No, that's mainly in there just to protect your slivers.
But you can also just make big boy.
You can just make a big boy too.
I love that. Yeah, so it turns out Twitter's good. Matt, you agree Twitter's good?
For the most part, yeah.
Good. I think we can all just agree that maybe sometimes Twitter's just a little too much.
Yeah, there are definitely times where I have to say, "Yep, fuck this, I'm out, get off," and
There
not
were some
read
funny
the
moments this past
insanity.
weekend, though, with my favorite Twitter person, or my favorite Magic person.
Who dat?
You know who it is. And it's the
it
sarcastic
me?
favorite Magic person.
Oh, Todd Anderson. Oh,
It is Todd Anderson.
so what happened?
He made like some comment about like some stuff going on in Pioneer. And then people were just like making comments, like jokes and stuff. Like somebody said, he said that he missed day 2 or something. I'm paraphrasing because I'm not gonna take the time to look that up at this point. But if you want to look it up, it's probably still available on the Twitter. But he was saying how his matchup against blue-black combo deck, the Inverter or Truth deck, how he had a good matchup against them, but he lost one of the 5 times he played it, and that like kicked him out of like day 2. And like somebody made a very funny joke about him like not being 100% matchup for them, and all he responded was "fuck you" and then blocked the person immediately. And I was like, "Yep,
That's cute.
that is 100% his personality to a T, and that is why I do not like the guy."
It's just salty for no reason. That's actually really funny.
Yeah, just take a joke, bud.
Like, you're a Magic personality. You really think people aren't gonna fucking like fuck with you? Oh, I saw this. I saw
I
this.
almost.
It was 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, so you found it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
That's fucking dumb. I would have just got off Twitter right then and there.
I just give up, dude. But there were also some other things that happened besides Twitter drama.
And what was that?
I don't know, Matt. There's this concept that Magic just recently brought out. And I don't think they're going to do them very frequently. But they did just release one. It's called the Secret Layers. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
Yeah, I was a fucking dumb idiot. I was like, oh, what? That one sucked. And you're like, no, this one. And I was like, oh, shit, that one was cool. Just to prove a point of how frequently they're actually coming out with you.
Yes.
I forgot about the brand new.
They market them so poorly. Like, I just saw this on Twitter randomly. I was like, oh, I didn't know this existed. And, like, if you didn't watch Worlds and you weren't, like, on Twitter during that time frame, you would have known about the Gods ones. But, so for everybody out there who all missed them, probably, like, a good portion of the Magic playing community, they came out with another secret layer. And no, we're not talking about the one that came out at Worlds, which was the Gods, the Theros Gods, with, like, the Starfield background. Which those were, I think, some of them were very cool, some of them were not cool. Like, there's a...
I thought those ones were dumb as fuck.
There's a Krufix God of Horizons in that, and the Krufix is fabulous. It is so good.
Yeah, they don't really speak to me. I honestly just don't.
I mean, I think a good majority of them speak to Commander players at this point, right?
And
the Gods are very, very good Commander.
That's also for what I know about them and my limited knowledge of Commander.
Yeah, I mean, the Gods are... I mean, I have a Commander deck that's... The Commander is a God, and I would love to have that one, just that one specifically, because it's so sweet.
Can you buy just one of them?
You can buy the singles.
True, okay. I didn't know if you could just buy, like, is it an entire set, or are they 5 different?
Well, it was 5 different sets, and they all had 3 different gods in.
Okay, just of the color pairing or whatever.
Yeah, and they were new gods plus some of the old gods. Like, I know they had the original Purphoros, which is obviously one of the best ones. They obviously had Krufix, which Krufix wasn't in the new Theros. But then the new one, they also had, like, they had Heliod in that. They had the new Thassa in there. They had Aetherios, who's an insane commander.
Which one's... Oh, the black-white one.
Yep, the black-white one, yep. So, like, those are... I mean, I think at this point they all cater to commanders. But the new one that isn't that one, because we had to wait an entire, week and a half before they announced a new one. The new one was actually for International Women's Day, which I can 100% get behind, because I believe the proceeds for this also go to charity, or at least some of the proceeds.
Some sort of charity, chunk of it or whatever. They don't actually drop for another 9 days or something I just saw.
Yeah, they're coming. Yeah, they come in 9 days, but they announced it on National Women's or International Women. And it says, that every unit sold, they're donating $25 to the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts.
Dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I can get behind that. And I think that's like a good place for them to do the secret layers. But holy shit, do we just have too fucking many of these things?
Yeah, they're just coming way too fast and frequent. It's going to get to the point where people are not going to be able to buy them just because not everyone has that type of money where they can just drop money and money and money on it.
Well, it's funny you say that too, because one of our listeners, Dave Morris. He tweeted at us this week, right around the time that these were dropped. And he even said specifically in his tweet that he hates the concept of secret lairs. But these ones specifically are just so damn good, and they look so nice that like he's just gonna have to file for bankruptcy. Like his bank account is just gonna be turned into nothing.
Take out a fucking second mortgage on your house.
Yeah. Oh, maybe you should call it Mage Market and then.
I was just gonna say it. Fuck. You beat me to it.
Callback. God damn. But I mean, this one is honestly super sweet. It has like Una, Queen of the Fae, Captain Sisay. It has Mirren, which the Mirren one is going to be worth $1 gazillion because it's great.
That's the black green one.
Yeah. Mirren's 2 green black, and then whenever a creature dies, you get an experience counter, and at your end step, you can choose a creature in your graveyard. If the card's converted mana cost is less than the number of experience counters you have, you can return to the battlefield. Otherwise, you just bring it to your hand.
Yeah, I have that in my commander deck.
Oh yeah, because that card is clinically insane.
Yeah, it's really good.
And like, it's also got the creature Narset, which is sweet, and then Saskia the Unyielding, the 4-color lady.
Everything but blue, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like the creatures that they chose for this, one, very specifically commander-oriented creatures.
Also very popular commander creatures.
Yes, and very popular commander creatures. Like Una might be the most popular black-green commander. Or not black-green, black-blue commander.
Just because it's so good.
Yeah, and Mirren is like one of the most powerful cards in Commander that like I can imagine. Like not even because she's not even the commander in your deck, but like that card resolves and you're just like shit.
Yeah, it's like and you have to kill it instantly or try to, or it's just
if you
take
play that
over.
card and like you make like one turn around with that card, or if you play it late game and you can do some shenanigans and then your end step you just get the value. Like if you get to your end step with Mirren late game. Like, she's already paid dividends.
Yeah, it's hard to beat once it gets going because it's just an engine in itself.
Yeah, it's like an Eternal Witness kind of thing, but can be just significantly better the longer you have her on the battlefield.
And the longer you have it on the battlefield, the more shit you're bringing back that needs dealt with, etc.
Oh, yeah. Mirrens and stuff. But I think enough waxing poetic about just one card specifically. I mean, like I said, the concept of this whole thing as a whole, great. Awesome. I am really done with these, though.
I think they either need to come out less often or be...
Oh, I could see that.
I think that one of those two options would have to occur for it to be successful in the long term.
Well, and this one's also $49.99. So, like, $50, like you said, is not a low price point for 5 cards.
Yeah, definitely not. Not especially if you want, like, all of them, if you're just trying to collect them.
Yeah. Which I can see there's a bunch of people... Like, I think, like, Corey tweeted earlier that he's like, I'm not going to buy, because Corey needed more screen time this episode. He's not going to buy, like, this set, but he's going to slam the Mirren. The second that he gets a chance to buy that single, he's going to buy that.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Which I feel like that's going to be a lot of the people with this, too. They're like, I'm going to buy this. I need, like, 2 of them, and then the rest of them are going to my LGS or put them on eBay or do whatever the hell you want to do with them.
I think that's a big thing too. People are just going to buy them and then resell because some of them are going to spike, etc.
Well, the thing is with these two, and this was a topic that people were talking about even with previous secret lairs, but now that they are becoming more and more and more popular and coming out like twice a month, like we've only known about the secret lair concept for like 6 months. We have like 8 of them.
Yeah,
like that's insane.
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
But people were mentioning the fact that these are not available to LGSs.
Yeah, which I think probably is not good in the long run.
Yeah, and people were prone to hyperbole, especially on Twitter. So they're saying like, oh, the sky's falling, like LGSs are dying because of these secret lairs. I don't think it's quite that bad, but you can't tell me that these don't negatively affect LGSs in some amount.
No, they absolutely do.
So like at some point, like either LGSs are going to need some access to this, or they're going to have to just be less frequent. I don't think the current model that they're working with is necessarily sustainable.
I really think if I would rather do them less frequently, because if they're just constantly getting pumped out, it kind of makes them less quote unquote special.
Well, isn't that the same kind of concept with the like the masterpieces and the invocations and stuff? They stopped
Yeah.
doing those because they're just like, eventually we're going to run out of these and they're just becoming less significant. So they did away with those, and now we're just getting secret layers, which are just, instead of having to crack packs or buy those cards individually, now you just get to buy them as a box set. These are just essentially masterpieces.
Yeah, that you can just buy instead of opening packs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, instead of having to crack packs or buy them on the secondary market, you just get to buy the set. It's just like Wizards just finds an idea, they release it, it makes money, and they're like, okay, let's jam this until the idea dies.
And that's pretty much what they're doing.
Yep. I mean, are you surprised it's fucking Wizards, dude?
Well, they're just trying to make money, and this is their new way to make money.
Mm-hmm. But at some point, you have to have somebody behind the scenes thinking of sustainability as a key factor in something like this.
Apparently not.
Yeah, it's just like let's drain the swamp now, get all of the things that we can out of it, and then just leave it to ruin after that.
Either that or they're going to do like 10 of these and then do something else.
Matt, are you familiar with the concept of like celebrity death pool?
No.
So I'm not saying I'm a part of any of these, except for I totally was. But you take a group of people, right? And everybody picks a celebrity that they think is going to die next, and everybody has $5 in the pool. And the first person whose celebrity dies wins that money.
Okay.
So let's say you and me have a celebrity death pool. I pick like Betty White, and you pick like Seal or something.
That's a fucking off the wall one, but sure.
Well, let's just say Seal dies tomorrow. Then you would get the pool. You would get the pot. Or if Betty White dies tomorrow, I would get the pot.
Don't even say that about Betty White. She is a national fucking treasure.
That's why I said Seal was going to die first. He's going to get a kiss from a rose. It's going to be on his grave.
Okay.
I want to do.
Well, anyway, yeah.
I want to get one going, but with what is going to be the next secret layer.
Ooh.
So if anybody out there in the Twitter community, in the Fetch and Shock army, would be interested in being in a secret layer death pool, let me know, because I think that would be so sweet.
Well, let's see here. They started off with like the From the Vault series. That was the first idea. That's like where this all started. And then it was like the expeditions. Okay, as soon as we like get like $1 billion in it, they're just gonna be like, we're done with.
Yeah, it's gonna be the next version of whatever concept this is. But as far as secret layers go, it doesn't seem like they're slowing. So a secret layer death pool, it's not what you would want to see out of a secret layer. Because I don't want to see Betty White die. But if I'm in a celebrity death pool, I'm choosing Betty White. I'm hunting for wins, not for my intrinsic wants.
You're just going big. You're trying to make that money.
Yeah, it's an informed decision, not necessarily what my heart says, but what my brain says. So Matt, what would you think in the Fetch and Shock secret layer death pool? What is your choice for the next secret layer?
Ooh, off the cuff. Well, that's what I was getting at, because if you think back, like they did something different. They haven't really done anything similar that they've already done.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes back to even From the Vault.
Yeah, no,
so
I agree.
It'd probably be something entirely different. I just don't know what that different would be. Like they've done fetches, they've done shocks, they've done like the utility lands.
I see what you did there.
I didn't even mean to do that.
I'm intentional. What a good plug. Fetch_shock on Twitter, boys and girls.
Yeah. Fuck, man, I don't know. Because they really could do anything.
So
the fucking sky's the limits. They might be doing fucking elves or goblins. Who knows?
My thought is, putting it in the context of maybe something that's coming up soon, the next set that we're going to be dealing with is the Kiora, or what I can't remember. It's something like Kiora. It's the Lair of the Behemoth. That's the next full set that we're coming up.
Be some big dumb creatures.
I'm thinking like they do a secret lair, like behemoths or like titans or like big old idiots. The secret lair, big old idiots 2020, and they just do like an Emrakul one, and they do like a primeval titan.
Try to get some of them reprints.
Yeah, or like a like one of the praetors, like Elishnorn. Just big old nasty.
Reanimators.
Yeah, the reanimator targets. We could do secret layer reanimator targets.
They could. That's what I mean. They can literally do anything. Yeah, the guys. They could just go back and say,
even a boat.
Fuck it, we're gonna do shocks again. We're gonna do fucking fast lands. We're gonna do check lands. Whatever they want. That's the beauty about being the company that
makes the cards.
Yeah,
they can creates
the card game.
So I think that would be my bet. Just off the top of my head, because I really had not thought of this until we had this conversation. That's how my brain works.
Just off the cuff.
Talking about secret layers, I'm thinking about celebrities dying. Matt Lauer was in my brain. I'm like, wonder when that guy's gonna fucking die. And then
That's where it all came from.
And here we're at.
Trace that thought line, boy.
Mm-hmm. It was a windy road to get to the place where we're at, but we got there.
Took a few curves and hit a few bumps, but we found it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to make you think of one at some point, and you're going to have to let the people know.
I'll think of one.
Well,
I'm not going to do it right now.
You know, it'd be a good thing to start your thought process, right?
What's that? I actually don't know where you're going with this. That wasn't a
talking about jump start, dude.
Oh, you silly bitch.
Woo! Did you like that one? I used the name of the thing in the transition for the thing.
I see what you did.
Uh-huh.
I don't like or approve of it, but
you don't have to approve, you just have to recognize.
Yeah.
But so speaking of things, Jumpstart is a thing, apparently.
It is apparently a thing.
If you weren't fatigued enough by them releasing Secret Lairs, well, boy, howdy. Are you going to get fatigued by another set, a supplementary set this time around? And it is called Jumpstart. No, it is not the mechanic from Return to Ravnica. It's a whole new thing all in itself.
Yeah, so this is, I don't know how I feel. It sounds cool. I don't know if I'm going to like it long term or not.
This is one of those things that you have to see how it is in practice, because regardless of how cool the idea is, if it doesn't work in a gameplay aspect, then it sucks.
It's going to be utterly fucking useless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just bad. But
so let's explain this.
Yeah, sure. So Jumpstart is going to be a brand new limited focus set. It is not going to be standard legal card, but there are probably going to be standard legal cards in it because it does kind of share a release timeline with the core set 2021. And they said that it's going to be sharing a lot of the content and it's going to be released near it. So you can expect some of there to be some kind of card overlap between the two. But cards in this are not going to be legal in standard, Pioneer, Modern, just Legacy, Vintage, Commander, which that's typical with most of these supplementary sets. Like they're
not just going to dump shit into standard.
Yeah, you're never going to see them just like injecting this stuff directly into standard.
And Modern's a little too finicky they tried that.
And we saw how that
turned out. Yeah.
Jesus. So it's more along the lines of things like conspiracy and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good way to. It's conspiracy mixed with like unsets, how it actually is set up. The new unset specific.
Yeah. So the concept behind this is you can get a booster box of this, or you can just buy packs. They are gonna have a pre-release, which is kind of cool. But it is a set that has 20 card booster packs, and each pack is going to have its own theme. So these packs are very themey, and the themes are gonna range from everything from fucking. They said Garrick was one of the could be possibly one of the themes. Doctor could possibly be one of the themes. Phyrexians, pirates, walls. So they're going to be themed booster packs.
They're going
to be essentially seeded packs.
Yeah, if those of you who remember when, I don't know if they still do this, but for pre-releases,
yep,
you used to have like a special pack that was specific to that guild or colors or something along those lines.
Yeah, so if you went to like the
big ass one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, when you went to a pre-release, you got a box and you chose a color. And if you chose the red box, you would have your packs and then a seeded pack with all red cards or cards that played well with red cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they weren't guaranteed to all be the same cards, but there was significant overlap between. That's pretty close to that. So the concept of this is, and this is how I took it. Matt had another concept of how he took it, but from what I see is you get 2 packs. Each pack has 20 cards. You take those 2 packs and shuffle them together with lands. I'm presuming it's going to be 20 lands, 2 20-card packs. You shuffle all that together, you get a 60-card deck. So the concept is they're trying to bridge limited and constructed together.
Well, it's more like sealed.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot like sealed.
More so than like a draft.
Yeah.
See, I thought it the other way. I figured it would still be a 40-card deck. And out of those 40 cards, you cut down to 23 or whatever, and then add 17.
But we don't actually know.
Way. Yeah, 100% correct. We do not know which way they're going with.
So you can let us know on Twitter at @fetch_shock how you think it's going to go. Because we honestly have no fucking clue. But
I honestly think it's going to go just shuffle it all up.
Yeah, shuffle it and run with it. I'd be cool with that. Because that would be such a sweet thing to just pick up and just do in between rounds at a GP, or just it's just a very quick way to do shit like that.
Yeah, you literally just buy packs, shuffle them up, sleeve them, whatever,
I'm just
and
raw dogging these things because I'm
just
assuming there's not going to
rumble.
be crazy value.
I think there's definitely going to be some value because they have to reprint something. Like,
Yeah,
if
sure.
there's not anything that it's like worth opening, what the fuck is the point of buying it?
Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, you make a good
Besides
point.
fun, like, yeah, fun's fun, whatever, but it's not going to be like $4 packs for 20 cards,
Yeah.
and you just get a bunch
Also,
of bullshit.
speaking on reprints, it does mention that the set is going to be around 500 cards, and there's going to be a bunch of reprints in it, and they are introducing 37 brand new cards. Now,
Yeah,
I don't
so
know
there might
what
be some
context these
chase.
cards are going to be good. I'm assuming they're going to be like big splashy commander cards, but there is a chance that some of these could make waves in like legacy and vintage.
Yeah, we've seen that before. And like these supplemental sets, it's like, oh, hey, this is really fucking good in this format.
Yeah, I mean, like a commander set gave us True and Nemesis. The conspiracy sets gave us Palace Jailer and Council's Judgment, stuff like that.
Yeah, which all see a fair amount of play in Legacy.
Yeah, for sure. So this is going to be sweet, and we don't know the themes of any of these decks yet. So it really just depends on how well they play together.
Yeah, and our theory is there's going to have to be overlap. Like you couldn't
Yes.
just have like slivers and then blah. And I mean overlap. And you could do like +1/+1 counters and creatures, like something that would play well with any of the other themes.
Yeah. So there
That
could be
way,
like a
because you
+1/+1
don't get
counter deck,
screwed. Yeah,
or a +1/+1 counter pack, and then like a proliferate pack. So like one's focused on actually putting the counters on the things, and the other one is focused on making more counters on different.
yeah.
Yeah, so there is. I mean, the overlap could be like really vast, and there could be a bunch of just generic cards in a bunch of the packs. Because that was my thought too. Is if they're going to try to make this feel like constructed, and these packs are seeded, I can only presume that there are going to be multiples of single cards in packs, like linchpin cards that make archetypes actually playable. Like I could see them being like, there's a couple ops in these packs.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
For like a spells deck, you just don't want like 3 spells and then a bunch of Steam Core weirds or whatever.
exactly. Or you could have like a bunch, if there's like a flicker theme, like you have a bunch of ghostly flickers, like 2 or 3 ghostly flickers in one of the pack.
Yeah.
Like stuff to ensure that the deck is at least going to somewhat do the thing that Wizards is intending it to do.
Let's hope so.
But again, none of this is guaranteed.
Yeah.
This is all just speculation at this point, and we won't really know anything about it for a while.
Yeah, it was just spoiled not too long ago, so they're not just going to dump it on us immediately, but they fucking might. Who knows?
Yeah, well, I mean, the product is slated to come out July 3rd,
Oh, okay, never mind.
and there is, I believe that's the date, and there is going to be a pre-release on June 21st, or 20th and 21st. So this is going to have some pre-release,
It's kind of cool.
which I'm a sucker for pre-releases, man. So if you give me a pre-release for a thing, I'm going to attend that pre-release, assuming that I don't have anything else going on.
Yeah, makes sense.
But
I'm like, this sounds cool. It's something different. It
yeah,
really is.
no, for
It's
sure.
It's not quite limited. And the thing I really like about it, like, I love the unsets. They're hilarious, but that's all they're good for. And maybe some commander or cube. But this, you'll get shit that can actually go into other formats.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying with like the comparison to Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you ever got the opportunity to play like Conspiracy or the second Conspiracy.
I didn't play the second one. I played the first one a good amount. It was super fun.
The first one is quite possibly my favorite draft format of all time.
You're forgetting about Vintage Cube.
I guess. Okay, yeah, Vintage Cube is like number one, but as far as like something
well, that's the best way to
you
play
can
Magic
get in packs
ever. Yeah.
Yeah, something you can buy in packs. Like there are good standard draft formats, but they also have to play nice with constructed. Conspiracy 1 was so unique, and it was so like mono focused on the limited format that it was so fucking fun and so good.
Yeah, and they didn't really put anything out that was so ridiculous for constructed that it's like, what in the fuck were you? And on top of that, they actually got some good reprints. Like they had, what is it, Explore? No,
They had Explore in there for sure. Yep.
Explore. Yeah, I thought that was the name of it, but then
My very first one of the Conspiracy that I played, my pack 3 pick one was a foil Explorer.
dope.
And at that point, it was like $75.
Sell that. That's when Legacy Lands was top of the heap.
Oh yeah, I
Those
sold it to a
Miracles
legacy
was really
player.
good.
I sold it that night to a legacy player and bought like I paid another $20 and got a box of conspiracy.
Yeah, I forget the white cards, the vote to destroy shit.
Oh, Council Judgment.
Yeah, I saw a guy buy one of those for $1.20, a foil one.
Oh, that was the buy of the century.
How much are they now?
Way more. Yeah, it's $14 now, $15.
The foil one is about 80-ish. So
yeah,
that's
that
not
seems
the
about right.
that's not the buy of the century. That's the sell of the century.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah, I knew the non-foils were about 10 to 15-ish.
That card's nuts, dude.
It's good. It's not $125 for a foil, but
I mean, also the foil. Have you seen the foil?
yeah, I was looking at it.
It's pretty. It's a
Well, yeah,
white card. Obviously, the foil's great.
The just the dark and then that super light spot in the middle would
Yeah.
look pretty dope.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, this set looks pretty cool. I'm excited to try it, play around with it.
And you heard it here first. There's going to be a Will of the Council themed pack, and Council Judgment's going to be the big
You think?
No, not a chance. I don't think they would put that card in another limit format.
Why? That would be a good place to do it and not have it in anything but Legacy Up.
It's just like, that's such a weird mechanic. If they printed more cards with the ability, maybe they will do like a voting.
Well, voting is hard with two because you're generally always going to be 50-50.
Yeah, exactly.
The voting or the Will of the Council was cool because it was you started out
Because it was a
with 4
multiplayer
players.
format. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is neat. I'm excited. I'll probably do a bunch of these because it's different. It's not something like, hey, it's just another draft format or whatever.
If it's easily accessible and like I can get people together to fire this, I will probably do this a good amount.
What's your educated guess on the MSRP of these?
For a single pack?
Yeah. Are they going to come in packs of 2? No, they won't come in packs of 2, but...
No, they're just single packs. And they're going to come in booster boxes.
You know this would be real fun to pack war.
Oh, you are so right. Wow, you just nailed it.
So for those of you who don't know what pack war is, you open a normal pack of Magic the Gathering, you take the token out, you add 3 of each basic land, shuffle up, and play. Both players start at 20 life. There are no mulligans, and you cannot deck here.
No, you just go to town.
But cards like Laboratory Maniac would still
Oh,
work.
yeah, you'd still be able to win with that.
Yeah.
Because you'd still go to your draw step. There's just no cards. You just don't die.
Yes. And then how Tyler and I play is the winner gets the loser to sign the card that beat.
Yeah, and then we just have like a booklet of all the signed cards.
I have more signed cards.
By a small amount.
Not by a small. It's almost double at this point.
Oh my god, no, it is not. You are fucking insane.
I have.
You have like 5 more than I do.
I have about 22, 23.
Yeah, it is not double.
I'm telling you, it's pretty close. Might not be exactly double, but it's pretty close.
I have over 15.
No, you don't.
Yes, I 100%.
All right, I'm 2/3 more than you.
Because I had them in a binder and it covered the page and then went to the back.
So what is it, 3x3?
Well, it was a 3x3, so there's 9 on the front, and it went like midway through the back, so it didn't go to the full way, so it's not 19, or it's not 18.
Okay, I'm not quite double, but give me time.
In your fucking wet dreams, bud. I've been practicing my pack work.
I'm calling it. The next 3 we play, I win at least 2 of them.
Nope, not a chance. And we're gonna play it with
challenge fucking accepted.
We're gonna stream this.
Just buy a bunch of cases of this.
I will honestly, and this is a good thing, just a product just to have around. Like I'll probably buy this and then like not open the packs and just like whenever I have somebody around that just like, oh, let's fire up a quick game of Magic when we just have like 15 minutes to spare.
You know, I always say that when I buy shit and I'm like, I get bored. And then I'm just like, fuck it. I don't care.
Practice some self-restraint, Matt.
It's not about self-restraint. It's just like I have nothing better to do. And that's something that I can do is just open them. And then I would definitely have more fun if I didn't just open them and like played with it. I was real bad with that with like, the Modern Master, Eternal Master. I probably bought like OG Modern Masters. I probably bought about $6.
That was such a good format too.
It was expensive too. They're like $225, $250 a pop.
Yeah, for the boxes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so everybody out there, we'd like to hear what you think about this little jump start.
Yeah, we got derailed there pretty good.
Yeah, we definitely did.
Fuck
but
it.
Jumpstart, I mean, it remains to be seen.
YOLO!
Like I said before, this could either be really, really good or fucking awful.
No in between, just real good or real bad, huh?
I don't think this is going to be like something that's mediocre.
Fair. I can get behind that.
Because it's like with the opportunity that you're going to play it, it's either you're going to play it during that opportunity and you're going to be like, nope, not going to do it again. Or you're going to play and you'll be like, yep, I will buy this and then I will do this a couple more. I don't think this is going to be anybody's favorite format.
Yeah, probably not.
But it's either people are going to be totally off it after they do the pre-release, or this is something that people are actually going to jam.
Totally say, yep, fuck yeah, this is my shit.
Yeah. Because like we're never going to get fucking Pro Tour Jumpstart. Where instead of doing limited,
definitely not.
Jam Jumpstart. But it's because Jumpstart's not going to be on Arena. No, wait, it might be. Actually, it is going to be on Arena. I lied.
You lying sack of shit.
Yep. That's all right. You heard it here first. Wizards of the Coast has contacted us, and the first thing that they're going to be doing is bringing this to the Pro Tour scene. Pro Tour Jumpstart. July 2020. Mark your calendar, baby.
You know, people would be salty. Be like, oh, I can't even. It's not skill-based. That's why they don't do sealed anymore.
Boo. It's Magic, guys.
It's a fucking child's card game. Just keep that in mind.
But also, I don't like sealed. But also, child's card game.
You know, I generally fucking hate sealed, and I generally always do very well in sealed. Not well in, like, I play well, because I normally play pretty well. I get...
You open well.
Yeah, I get ridiculously lucky and open. Like, it's like, oh, hey, 2 bombs in the set? On color with a bunch of supporting cards. Cool. Let's do that.
Wow, that's funny because every sealed pool I do, I open like 2 of the rare lands.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, cool. Magic's fun.
It's destiny that you just splash a bunch of colors.
Yeah, just jam 5 color every single time I play sealed.
Fuck,
not a bad time.
Actually, that was my favorite limited deck was Modern Masters 2, like the
Sunburst deck.
Yeah. With macro riders at common, the Sunburst artifact.
Yeah, so you just dump a bunch of money and a bunch of stuff, and then dump a bunch of mana of different colors and a bunch of shit, and then just go to town.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of fixing.
Was domains in that set too?
Yeah, that's macro riders is domain.
Yeah,
Tribal Flames, Savage Twisters.
Yep.
Fuck yeah, that deck is.
Yeah, domain and Sunburst were both very cool mechanics.
Well, they really fucked up and made a shitload of fixing in that format.
They really did. You had the bounce lands.
The bounce lands were the bounce lands were the worst part of that. I never played them. It was a trap because you wanted domain.
Like the bounce land.
You wanted the domain.
Yeah, because you also had to have the 5 different types.
You had to have the basics.
I like the bounce lands just in general in that format, but not
in a normal 2-color deck. In that format, they weren't even good, dude.
Oh, I disagree. I thought those cards were just fine. Like you're not playing a bunch of them, but I'm playing
the 2 best decks were Affinity. Affinity Metalcraft. Well, no, not Affinity. It was Metalcraft and the 5-color deck.
Oh, I thought that format was really balanced. I didn't think there was like a clear, very, very good deck.
Oh no, those were the clear best ones.
Oh, I thought that format was way more balanced.
And Metalcraft was the best one because it had the 4-mana 5/5s. If you had Metalcraft.
Oh, I like that. That format had saddle.
God, I'm gonna I'll talk about that draft format.
I did really like that draft format.
We will fucking get way off topic.
We already are.
We can fucking do it if you want. I don't care.
Well, that format was really, really fun. But you know what else is really, really fun about Magic the Gathering?
What's that?
The Magic the Gathering finance aspect of the game.
Oh my god, dude! I texted you today.
I almost lost my fucking mind.
They just keep going up.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's like, what?
Yeah, they're not slowing fucking down, but
no, the sky's the limit. I guess we could talk about what we're talking about.
Nah, fuck it.
Yeah, Matt, you texted earlier today. Yeah, just keep it super vague so nobody has any idea what we're talking about.
Figure it out, idiots.
It's a certain card, and it costs 2 colorless mana, and it jumped from like $3 to like $25 overnight.
Yeah, pretty close to that. It is a grinding station. So it combos with Underworld Breach. It lets you mill 3 cards from either player's deck, actually. And then when an artifact enters the battlefield, untap it. So the idea is to have an Emery in play or some other way. Generally, Emery is going to be the easiest way. Have a Mox Amber and then play Underworld Breach. You get infinite blue mana, and you can consistently feed it by milling yourself for 3. Keep playing it, make a blue, sack it, mill yourself, blah, blah, blah. Till you mill yourself out, and then you cast Thassa's Oracle from the graveyard and win. This deck also plays Urza, which with artifacts, who knew, turns out to be good.
Yeah.
And then it also plays the Thopter Sword combo. So it's
it just has like 8 combos all in one.
Yeah, it's 3 combos that are wrapped up in a nice, neat little package.
I would not say that this is a neat little package. This deck is a mess.
No. How is it a mess?
Oh, I think this deck is a fucking just a weird amalgamation of like 8 different things.
But they all overlap, so you can always fucking play them.
Kinda.
You have a bunch of ways to find it, either through your graveyard and then breaching it, or Emery and Goblin. What the fuck's that Goblin? It's the shitty Goblin.
Not the welder. It begins with an E.
Engineer.
Engineer, thank you.
Yeah, so you can always pull it back.
You see, I think this deck is just like off the rail.
It's very powerful. I don't think there's like a clear cut 75 yet, but it'll get there.
See, I am skeptical of the it will get there thing.
Well, anyway, the play set of these grinding stations are selling for like $80, $90 for a set.
That's nuts. Like literally on Monday, you could buy a play set of grinding stations for like $25.
Not even.
But you can't now, apparently.
Yeah, definitely not now.
Which is amazing. The fact that people are still paying attention to Modern is actually amazing to me.
And people are just dumping these right now. Like, I guess this is a pretty common cube card. I did not know that.
No way.
I just saw people that like, oh, I'm pulling my foil from my cube to sell.
Oh, well, those people should probably just sell their cubes anyway, because why are you putting grinding station in your cube?
It's a sacrifice outlet.
For artifacts, there's just better sacrifice outlets, and this card's just like awkward.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
This does not fall into the category of cube staples.
I didn't say it was a fucking vintage cube. You can do a cube out of anything you want. You could take 360 random fucking cards.
Artifact cube. You're right.
Yeah, I could do that. That's a thing that people do. People have like the
the SCG guy.
What's it called? Yeah, the Grixis.
Yeah, the Grixis cube.
Yeah, I couldn't think of.
It got on Magic Online.
What the fuck is his name?
Oh, the person with the
Ryan Overturf.
Ryan Overturf. Yeah.
Jesus, that was being an idiot. I couldn't think. Yeah, so that no one saw that shit spiking.
No, not even.
I'm surprised someone didn't buy them all out whenever Breach was printed.
I don't think it's that apparent of like, oh, this is going to just immediately work. Like, sure, it's a combo on the surface that's very obvious.
Yeah, this is the one way that consistently allows you to mill at least 3.
Yeah, you can definitely mill 3.
Which turns out to be an important number with Underworld Breach.
But like, you have to have a lot go right for this deck to not just spin tire.
I told you, I saw this deck smashing yesterday on Twitch.
And I don't think that is going to be just the generic, that's what's going to be happening.
I didn't say it was. I think it's good. And I don't think it's settled on a list. Look at the fucking Urza decks pre-people deciding to play Oko. People started with 1 Oko, and then they're like, oh, this is really fun. But I know that Oko is an outlier, etc.
Yeah, I was like, you really can't use like, oh, a deck that popped out of nowhere with Oko because...
Well, what I told you before was look at Amulet Titan. Like, those cards were all together for a very long time in Modern.
Sure.
Or actually, the better example is the Death Shadow decks. Those were a fucking meme deck. And then someone's like, oh, hey, I'm going to fuck with this. And they're like, oh, hey, this is actually really fucking good. And same thing like KCI. Someone figured out this weird fucking
your first example,
rules
Amulet Titan's the perfect fucking example.
Yeah, all the shit's there, just no one figured it out.
Yeah, and those cards have existed for a while.
Yeah.
And it just had to, take one person to a Pro Tour top 8.
Yeah, figure out the lines and say, I can play a bunch of one-ofs. Yeah.
But, I mean, okay, so it may be in a world where somebody gets a hold of this and they just, like, tune it to perfection. Like, some very smart person does that. If this deck becomes popular, there are a million cards that kill this deck.
Oh, yeah. Rest in Peace and Stony Silence, to name one.
Collector Oof.
Or name 2. Collector Oof. Big Oof.
Anything that deals with the graveyard, so Leyline, Relic.
Yeah, I didn't say it's the best deck in the world.
No, and you never did say that. But I think the difference between like Urza decks of past and then this iteration of it is how easily disruptible this deck is.
Yeah, fair.
Because like, Urza, just got casually before, they could just be like, oh, fast mana, just do the thing earlier. This deck really doesn't have that. And before, they just had like, oh, I don't have like the pieces of my deck that make me combo. Here's an Oko.
Well, they do have some fast mana, just not. They still play 4 Opals to different Opal and Emery to turn it on.
Oh, most of the lists that I'm seeing aren't even playing 4 Ambers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're only playing like 3.
Where are you looking? Top 8?
I'm looking at a bunch of different deck lists on throughout MTG Goldfish and MTG Top 8.
I gotcha. Yeah, so for the finance section, that spiked fucking crazy high.
Yeah, I guess we did start this conversation about MTG Finance, didn't we?
Yeah, and then you just went off trying to argue with me.
I'm not trying to argue. I'm just saying I don't know why
nope,
why
trying
the card,
to fucking argue.
I don't know why the card spiked so much because I don't think it's actually that good.
Well,
we have seen other cards in the past spike for obnoxiously obscure reasons, though. So
maybe someone just decided, oh no, this is an actual deck. Never mind, I'm dumb.
It could honestly just be the buyout factor too, because we are thinking of a card that has only 1 printing.
It is an uncommon though.
But it is from 5th.
Correct.
Like a very old set that it only has 1 printing. You know what the perfect example is?
Either Vial. Before it got a shitload of reprints.
No, I was thinking more of recently an uncommon. The Goblin, not Goblin Lore.
Goblin Lore was one of them where it was in 10th edition. Portal 3K.
The one that you like draw 3 cards and then discard at random.
Yeah, Goblin Lore.
Is it Goblin Lore? It is Goblin Lore. You're right.
It's draw 4, discard 3.
Draw 4, discard 3. Yeah, thank you. Like that card just had like 1 random printing in an old set and then just randomly popped up in a modern deck. And then that modern deck started to do good until people started to beat it. And now I don't even know how much that card is now.
Yeah, not $25 anymore. It's probably about like 7 or 8.
We're about to find out on this episode of the Fetch and Shock podcast. The 10th edition copy of that card is a nice, cool $4. But at its highest, that
wasn't Portal 3K. It was Portal 2 and then Starter.
Yeah, it was Portal 2. But at its highest, that card was $40.
Yeah. Well, that's when Jerry T was just fucking dominating with Mardu Pyromancer. And I think that had to do with Jerry T, the card.
Oh, yeah. It turns out you can put a bad to mediocre deck in the hands of a good player, and they can make it look like a good deck.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Just like you can put a good deck in the hands of a bad player and watch me totally just fucking get wrecked.
Also true.
Yep, that'll happen.
That will happen, bud. But that was my new spice of the week.
Yeah,
ooh, that's a new segment. Spice of the week.
Matt's Spice of the Week. Chef Matt's Spice of the Week.
I like that. I'm down with that. I'm going to do that every time.
You just have to surprise me with something. Because you like hit me with that fucking grinding station thing earlier today. You're like, did you see the price of grinding station? I'm like, no, why? And I was like, I'm looking it up now. And I texted you, I was like, Jesus, fuck. And I just all capitals, but why?
And then I sent you the list, and I was like, this.
And I'm like,
this
but it's not even good. Like, and that's how this whole entire thing started.
So I'll give you a spice of the week every week from now on.
Oh, Chef Matt Spice of the Week. You have to change your Twitter handle to Chef Matt.
I don't even know what my fucking Twitter handle is.
It's bot, bud. That's a plug.
No, that's not the handle. The handle, is that the handle?
Yeah.
I thought the handle was...
No, the handle is what people search to get you. So they can search your name, but like they can search your handle. That's more efficient.
How to do that?
Matt's a millennial.
I'm learning. Matt, Spice of the Week.
Matt, Spice of the Week. Next week is going to be learning how to work a computer.
I'm actually even changing.
It's
not yet. I will.
It has to be. It's at Chef Bop.
I can't change the at part, can I?
Yeah, you can.
Oh shit! I didn't know.
Oh my god, I love this. We had an entire segment about bitching about Twitter, and you're just like, I have never learned how to use this tool.
No, I can't. I can't change that part.
Oh, you can't do it on mobile, I think.
That's probably why.
Yeah, you can do it. You have to do it on an actual computer. It's in the computer.
Makes sense. So we had one other thing we wanted to talk about.
Oh yeah, speaking of new things that we're gonna do, like Chef Bop Spice of the Week. Me and Matt were having this conversation, and he brought up the idea of doing a weekly top list, and that is going to vary from week to week. I mean, there's some weeks that we might have not even do it because we just have too much to talk about. But on like dry weeks, this is definitely something that we're going to do because this is such a fucking cool idea. So we're going to do the Fetch and Shock top 5s. When we do this, we're just going to think of a random category of card.
We're also going to reach out to you fucking nerds to get categories.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we're gonna make this interactive with the Fetch and Shock army. But we're gonna do our top.
They're
5.
now the Fetch and Shock.
Oh, the taste testers.
Sorry, go ahead.
They're our taste buds. They're buds.
Even
but
better.
They're gonna taste the spice.
Feel the burn.
Ooh, little spicy boys.
Spicy boys and gals.
They're the Fetch and Shock spicy boys now.
I don't like this.
This has been the most off the fucking
Continue with what you were saying.
God fucking
No, we're
damn.
way off the. I'm not even drunk. That's the worst part.
You're not.
Yeah. Let's be fair. It usually is me who takes us off the.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. That is your brand. That is Chef Matt's brand.
Most of the time.
I love it so much. But anyway, back to the top 5s. Yeah. So we're gonna do top 5s, and the whole concept behind this is we're gonna think of a category of cards. Me and Matt are gonna go our separate ways and think of our own list, and then come together and compare and contrast what we think are the top 5 things of this list. So someday we might do the top 5 fairies in Magic, or the top 5 red instant speed spells, which that one would be boring because it's just lightning bolt, just 5 times lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was our top 5. We did the top 5 red instant speed spells. Now, Matt, what is our top 5 for this week?
I thought it would just keep it simple and just go with top 5 creatures.
A nice little ease in to the concept of the Fetch and Shock top 5.
And we'll also have varying amounts of honorable mentions.
Oh, yeah. Like
I have.
Matt, do you have any honorable mentions for the top creatures in Magic the Gathering?
I have 8.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, I have quite a few.
We'll just run through those real quick.
So my honorable mentions, these are in no particular order. I just made a list of things, of creatures. So Young Pyromancer.
Okay.
Delver of Secrets.
Okay.
Dark Confidant.
Ooh, Bobby. See, Bobby almost made my top 5.
Going a little different direction. Blightsteel Colossus.
That's a big boy.
Snapcaster Mage.
Okay.
Stoneforge Mystic.
Stoneforge Mystic is one of my honorable mentions.
Thalia, Guardian of Thraben.
You're a fucking hog. How dare you fucking not put that in your top 5?
Sorry, dude. Walking Ballista.
That is also one of my honorable mentions. Walking Ballista's in there.
And then, actually, I had 9. Gristle.
Okay, I can get into that. So my only other 2 honorable mentions that you didn't cover: Kiki Jiki Mirror Breaker.
Yeah, dope.
And then Knight of the Reliquary.
I would never in a million years thought of Knight of the Reliquary.
Oh, Knight is just like defined an archetype in a format that I love so much. It's like hard not for me to put that on the top, like at least in an honorable mentions.
Yeah, fair.
I've seen that card so many fucking times, and that card has wrecked me.
What made you choose some of those honorable mentions? Just real quick, a sentence or 2 on each of them.
Ballista is like my number 6 like creature.
Just combos, really good in any deck.
It's
really
just like everything that it's ever been in. It's been such a good card.
Yep.
And it's colorless. Like there's archetypes that like it's a instant win when it hits the battlefield, and there's archetypes where like Death and Taxes. I played this card in my main deck in large legacy tournaments, and I'm not even producing that much mana. It's just like
sometimes just putting 4 mana into it to ping something for 2 will get you there. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's times where I'm just like, I'll play a land, my opponent will go land Delver, I'll play land Ballista on 1, kill your Delver, and then like that's the best play of the game.
And you go pew pew, or they force it and do 2-for-1 them.
Yeah, Machine Gun fucking Kelly. Gotta love me some fucking Walking Ballista. And then I also had Stoneforge, because that's just like duh.
Yeah, that one's pretty obvious. Like, hey, tutor, get Batterskull out for super cheap. Yeah.
Yes. So Matt, what is your number 5 top?
Hold on, I want to go through some of these real quick. You son of a bitch.
Okay, go for it.
So Young Pyromancer obviously made a legacy archetype. I'm going to count Delver and Pyromancer in the same thing. Just blue-red spells, really good with spells. Can create an army out of nowhere. Dark Confidant, a.k.a. Bob, card advantage. Blightsteel. Blightsteel almost made my top 5 just because he's a fucking one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
And I played a lot of vintage, like Oath, Golden Gun Oath, where I'd oath into this boy, give him hasty, and you're dead. It is just a strictly better version than Darksteel Colossus, which was the way to go for a long time with that deck. Snapcaster Mage, very clearly just a fucking value buying back spells. Flash, pretty obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Thalia kind of defines an archetype of prisony white idiot. And then Gristlebrand, another Oath guy, just being able to pay 7 life, draw 7 cards. He's a 7/7 flying lifelinker with an insane ability. Really good.
That's fair.
So my number 5 is Monastery Mentor.
Oh,
This card is a
interesting.
fucking house.
Mm-hmm.
He is starting to see more play as time goes on in more than one format. For a long time, he was strictly vintage because you can just pop him out turn 1, make some tokens, time walk, and the game basically. He is starting to see play in modern. Legacy, not so much modern actually, but
Legacy for sure.
And Pioneer,
Mm-hmm.
especially in sideboards. Very good in Control Mirror. He just runs away with the game super fast.
Matt, do you want to take a guess on what my number 5 is?
Mentor.
It is Monastery Mentor.
That's actually funny.
I swear to God, we did not do this together, even in the slightest.
No, I actually specifically would not tell you what my top 5. I wouldn't even tell you my honorable mentions.
No, you really wouldn't. No, I think, and for the reasons that you outlined, Monastery Mentor, when it came out, it was just like, oh, this card does a whole fucking.
It made
just like
young Pyromancer look like a little weak bitch because Pyromancer came out before Men, and they're like, oh, this is just way fucking better. It creates tokens with prowess that just get bigger and better as well.
And what is the last creature that got restricted in
Mentor?
I mean, before Mentor.
I don't think the artifact, the 5/3.
Oh, Lodestone Golem.
Lodestone Golem.
Like, that is wild that a white creature for 3 mana is a 2/2. Is so good that it got banned or restricted in Vintage.
It's just one of the best win conditions.
It's just so efficient at what it does, and it just goes so hard that it's like, oh, there's a chance that the turn after this card resolves, I'm dead.
Well, even if you get like 2 or 3 tokens out, and they get rid of Mentor, you can still just easily win with those. Yeah, those Mentor tokens have prowess. So you get, I can't tell you how many times that just like a Mentor and 2 spells, time walk, and it's basically game over.
Yeah, that just kills you.
Yeah. So
you want to move to number 4?
What was your number?
My number 4.
We'll flip flop.
And I would be surprised if this wasn't on in your top 5. But I don't know if you dug this deep. My number 4 is Llanowar Elf.
Yeah, that's didn't even come to my mind.
Really?
Really, really.
See, I was looking at it on the axis that Llanowar Elf is the very first mana creature. And
technically, Birds of Paradise is the first mana creature.
I guess. Well, I mean, you could really just like turn this into pretty much any mana creature. I think Llanowar Elf is like the iconic one.
Once again, Birds is more iconic.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it is 100%.
Not even close.
Yeah.
I mean, because Llanowar Elf is still being printed.
Yeah, still has. Llanowar Elf probably has more printings. I don't know.
It definitely does.
Well, either way, yeah. So it's the one green, 1/1 elf that taps for green mana.
Green. And I think this is just such a fundamental card in Magic. And regardless of how simple it is, like it's still a card that people play in Legacy. Still a card that people play in Modern. Still a card that people play in Pioneer. When it was legal in Standard, people were playing this in Standard. Like, this card is just always going to be in the formats that people play. If it's available to be played, people are going to find a deck that this card is a functional linchpin in.
Oh, yeah. Ramping has always been powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And it also is just a 1/1 creature on top of it.
Yeah.
So, okay. My number 4 also went a way different way than that. My number 4 is actually Tarmogoyf.
Ooh, Goyfy.
Yeah. This beefy vanilla idiot is just that. It's a 2-drop that is just a big dumb. And he smushes hard.
Tarmogoyf was almost in my honorable mentions, but I decided to keep it out because it's just like fallen so hard out of favor. Like, I can't even tell you the last time I saw a Tarmogoyf getting cast.
Yes and no. I think this is one of the most powerful creatures because for a very long time, it was a very dominant force in every format that it was in. Just 2 mana and generally having a 4/5 or 5/6. Very good.
Yeah, I mean, I could think of a moment in time where like it was the best creature in Modern. I could think of moments in time where it was the best creature in Legacy. But It always falls out of favor. Also, I don't typically lose to Tarmogoyfs because every deck I play has Rest in Peace. So Tarmogoyf always looks like a no one.
Fair.
And I'm going to eat that ass.
Fair enough. So I actually had a very hard time with 3. It was between 2, and I cut one that I didn't even honestly mention in my honorable mentions.
Oh, they went straight out of your top 5 into not even honorable mention territory?
Yeah, I just forgot to honestly write it down. So this was True Name Nemesis, which we actually referred to earlier.
TNN. That card is very good.
It was actually in the running with Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn.
Did Emrakul not make your top 8?
No.
Or your not top 8, top 5?
No.
Huh.
Costing 15 mana is a very big drawback.
I don't think it ever cost 15.
I've definitely played this for 15.
Oh, so have I, but that's not typical of that card.
Also true. It's just super good. It literally has protection from your opponent. Everything they fucking...
Yo, TNN is very good.
But let's go back to Emrakul. Emrakul is one of my favorite cards.
Emrakul is while we're speaking of Emrakul is my number 3 choice.
So, yeah, we had these... So... Emrakul is a big fucking beefy girl. She is a 15/15 Flample, Annihilator 6, protection from...
Oh, and don't forget the Time Walk.
And if you cast it, yeah, you just get a fucking Time Walk effect.
Mm-hmm.
Also very true. So what is your numero dos?
My numero dos is one of your honorable mentions.
Thalia.
It is Thalia, Guardian of Thraben.
Fucking shocker.
Thalia deserves to be in the top 5 list. I think on my top 5, she might be higher than most people's, but I think she just deserves to be in top 5 creatures of all time because she defines the color white in Magic.
Yeah, she's the fucking OG. Well, not the OG taxing creature.
She is the OG taxing creature. She is 100% the number 1 taxing creature.
For sure not.
Yes, she is. I mean, there were creatures that did the thing before her.
Glow Rider.
But Glow Rider isn't Thalia.
Doesn't matter. She's not the OG, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but more people know about Thalia. She put it on the map. I'm sure there were people who played basketball before Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan is the number 1. She's the Michael Jordan of white creatures.
Sure.
Like, she defines the color white in so many different facets. Like, 2 mana, aggressive creature that taxes your opponent. Like, Legacy Death and Taxes would not exist without her. Any kind of modern taxes strategy wouldn't exist without her. If you're playing something that crazy in Vintage, you're jamming Thalia. You have to.
Yeah, 2/1 first strike that slows your opponents down turns out to be pretty good.
Yeah, she, I think more so than any other card, defines an archetype.
I disagree with you.
And because does this have anything to do with your number 1 or your number 2?
My number 2, Thought-Knot Seer.
Oh my god, Thought-Knot Seer? Thought-Knot Seer didn't even crack an honorable mention for me, bud.
I figured it wouldn't. Thought-Knot Seer is just so good and overtly powerful. A 4-mana 4/4 that, let's be very honest, has never been cast for... Well, actually, yes, 4 mana, but it generally is ramped out much quicker.
When it was in its heyday, it was never a 4 mana spell.
Exactly. It is even now, it still sees play in Vintage, Legacy, and Modern. Not so much in Modern anymore. But a 4/4 that exiles a card from... Yes, exiles. It does have the little tiny drawback of if it dies, they get to draw a card. Not if you elk it, correct. But it's just so disruptive, and it's kind of Eldrazi in a hole that just brought a fucking shitstorm to Magic. So that was my number 2.
When that card came out, that really shook like the entire modern world just on its head.
Yeah. I feel like we may have the same number 1.
No, because my number 1 is actually one of your honorable mentions.
Then you wildly missed one.
I don't know.
Your number 1 was Emrakul?
No, I already said Emrakul. Yeah, Emrakul was my number 3.
Who is your numero uno? Delver.
No, my number 1 is Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah, you're missing a big one there, bud.
Well, let me explain some Snapcaster Mage for you, because I don't know if you actually know what that card does.
Yes, I've cast many a Snappy in my day.
That card, just by itself, is so, innocuous.
Oh, no, it's very, very straightforward. I can't tell you how many games I've won with Bolt Snap.
Yeah, Snapcaster Mage is just such a versatile card. And it is, since its printing, defined every single format it is legal. Like, it is still a card heavily played in Modern, still a card heavily played in Legacy. It's still played in Vintage.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen a deck with 4 of them in Vintage. I guess like the Xerox decks, right?
No. Maybe a 1, possibly a 2 of.
I thought at a point they were playing like 3 or 4.
No.
But that card is just so fucking good. It is just the 5th copy or more, 5 to 8 copies of whatever your best spell is, or it's the additional copy of the exact spell that you cast earlier in the game that you need again. And you can just attack with it. You can just ambush Viper, surprise block with it.
Yeah, there are so many uses. I'm really
There's
surprised.
so many lines with Snapcaster Mage.
Do you know what's better than Snapcaster Mage?
What, Matt?
Deathrite Shaman.
Oh, see, I don't think Deathrite Shaman's up on the list.
Oh my god, Deathrite Shaman is the best creature ever.
That was 100% going to be your answer, though. Like, everybody knew that from Square One.
It is the best Planeswalker there ever was.
Oh, I don't know if that's true.
Oh my god, yeah. It's 1 mana. It fucking ramps. It graveyard hates. It kills them. It gives you life. It literally does it all. And all of those have been free or 1 mana. On top of it, it just happens to randomly be a 1/2 for whatever the fucking reason that is. Yeah, Deathrite in my mind is the best creature ever.
See, I don't.
There's a reason it is banned in every format.
Every format.
Except Vintage. And it sees play in Vintage.
I guess, but it's also it just the strength of that card really leans heavily on the fact that there are fetch lands in the format.
But there are fetch lands in every format.
Except Pioneer. It's legal in Pioneer. When's the last time you saw Deathrite Shaman in a list in Pioneer?
Well, that's the one thing.
But like Snapcaster Mage, the restriction on that card is that you're playing spells in your deck in a blue deck. I know that's hard to believe that somebody playing a blue deck would be playing spells, but it turns out they typically do.
Yeah, I could see Snappy taking over Thought-Knot on my list, but I think Deathrite Shaman is just still way better. If you were to tell me that I could play Deathrite Shaman if we were to ban Snapcaster Mage,
oh my god, that would be
together.
Abysmal format.
You just wouldn't have graveyard decks. That's how potently strong that card is. Where that's just one of its 3 abilities, or 2 of its, I guess.
Well, let's be honest.
3 of its fucking abilities.
Let's be honest. The big thing for that card is that it produces mana. Like, you can't tell me that the primary use of that card is graveyard.
No, the primary use of that card is to kill people. That's why it's so strong. It just has reach. It's Grim Lavamancer. It's fucking Birds of Paradise. And think of something that gains you 2 fucking life. All wrapped up into one little... It's fucking hybrid. It's not even one color. It's green or black.
It was mostly like, yeah, it was, I mean, in the decks, it was like very much a black card that it was like very played in.
Play it for green, though. That's the thing. You could do.
Yeah, but it was just like a black card that produced any color of mana. And that's what at least ruined it in Legacy.
Yep, it was just stupidly strong.
Grixis Delver with that card was just like so far and beyond the best deck.
No, the best deck was that 4-color. Is that the Grixis Delver you're talking about?
Yeah, it was the Grixis Delver, but then they also like could splash because, Deathrite Shaman could produce any color mana.
Check pile, or what it was called.
Well, it bounced in between Grixis Delver and Check Pile. Like, Check Pile was the control version, and Grixis Delver was like the aggressive version.
The Delver version, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, it bounced in between, like, one another, just depending on what was particularly potent in that current meta. But yeah, Deathrite Shaman's definitely a very fucking
formidable boy.
It is a 1 mana guy. See, I could see maybe replacing my Llanowar Elves with Deathrite Shaman. I just was thinking Llanowar Elves because...
That's what you said, Llanowar Elves. I was like, what in the fuck?
I guess the Llanowar Elves spot is more of I am picking this as just a placeholder for mana creatures. And Deathrite Shaman is the best mana creature.
It's also the most versatile creature.
Yeah, Deathrite Shaman's not bad. So that's the top 5. That's the Fetch a Shock top 5.
Honestly, this is one that we could have done a top 10 on.
We easily could have, yeah. And that's why we had so many honorable mentions.
Yeah, there are so many good fucking cards in this topic.
I mean, this was a very generic topic, but in the future, I'd like to do some more narrow, stupid, dumb topics, because that's more of our flavor anyway. Like, people don't care what our top 10 creatures are. People care about what our top 5 non-blue merfolk. Like, that's what people are into.
There's a blue-green one from, I think it's Invasion, that's flying. It's blue-green, 2/2 flying.
Well, that's a blue merfolk, dude.
I don't think there are any non-blue merfolk. Changelings, does that count?
There are green ones and there are white ones.
I didn't know that there were white ones.
Yeah, because, like, Sig, the set that he was in, not fucking Lorwyn.
He's blue-white.
Yeah, I think there are just white ones in there.
Oh, that I would have to reach that.
Yeah, those dirty boys. But so if you want to hear what our fucking top 5 non-blue merfolk are, let us know. Yeah, so jump on the Twitter at @fetch_shock, and that's gonna be our question of the week this week. Is what do you want us to cover in our next iteration of the Fetch or Shock top 5? What are the top 5 things that you want to hear us bitch about and argue about? And while you're at it, who had the better top 5, me or Matt? Because we're gonna keep a scoreboard of this as well.
Make fucking Austin do something. Make him do that.
he's gonna be our little statistician.
The record keeper.
Yes, he's our secretary, the Fetch and Shock secretary. I love that.
So, do you know what's left?
No, actually, I have no idea.
All right, see ya.
No, wait, I remember. It's our game, dude.
It's the game.
We have to play a little bit of accumulated knowledge.
The game is afoot.
Yes, sir, it is the greatest game. Accumulated knowledge. Matt, wait, you're asking me, right?
I'm asking you, boy.
Oh, fuck. Here we go. Well, I'll explain it. You go ahead and get yourself prepared.
I'm already ready.
Oh, gee. Well, for those of you out there who are new to this, we play a game every single week to close it out called Accumulated Knowledge. The way that this works is that one of us goes to the Scryfall website and hits the random card button. Whatever card comes up, that person asks the other the name of the card. The other person has to come up with the converted mana cost of or not the converted mana cost, just the regular old mana cost, the whole entire mana cost of the card.
We cannot ask the CMC anymore.
No, yes, that was a caveat from last week because you were a frick.
Yeah, that was way too easy.
Yeah, so the other person has to get the mana cost of the card. If they get it right, they get a point, and if they don't, they have to keep track of the wins and losses for the top 5. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's Austin. Also, Austin's just the biggest loser.
He's automatically the loser. Yeah, that's what happens when you only play dredge.
Yeah, so there's nothing on the line here. Matt, I get what? 2, 3? I get 3 hints.
You get 2 hints, bitch.
Wow! Fuck! That's not okay. All right.
It's okay.
Well, now that you're fucking taking ownership of the game, why don't you go ahead and give me my very first card?
So this is Castle.
Castle.
Is
this a land?
Nope, that's the Castle Sickle Bud. This is the OG Castle.
Oh, I was thinking like Castle Vantress and like Castle,
no, this is
like Lochwain and Castle like the white one.
Yeah, this is just Castle.
Oh God.
This takes you all the way back.
Oh, what is this, like a alpha? It's gotta be. Was something dumb like Castle? Oh Jesus.
Or it could be Homeland.
I mean, Castle seems like it'd be an artifact, right? Sure. Castle's an artifact. It's 4 mana.
Is that your final answer?
That's about as good as we're getting.
You are correct.
Is it really?
No.
Oh fuck!
I got your hopes up. That was good.
You're
no, this is and a white for an enchantment.
Oh, so it's 4 mana. That was right.
Yeah. Untapped creatures you control get +0/+2.
Oh, is it an enchantment? You said
it's an enchantment.
Untapped creatures get big butt.
Yeah, because you're defending.
Sure, like in a castle.
Yeah, you're defending the castle, boy.
Sure, math checks out to me. I've literally never seen this card and have never played this card and will never do that.
Yeah, good call.
All right, I get it for my next one. Not a good start.
Your next one is Fire Slinger.
Fire
Slang.
Oh my God, I might have to use a hint on this one. Just because, like, what the fuck else am I going to do? Is this a goblin?
Is that what the hint you want?
No, because that might actually just be called Goblin Fire Slinger. Is in Modern Masters. Because it was one of the tap guys that dealt the damage. Because that was a cool archetype in Modern Masters too. Like, it's just a really red-based aggressive deck. Well, it has to do something similar.
Remember the moral of the Fire Slinger fable. With power comes Isol Karn, silver gold.
God damn. Well, Goblin Fire Slinger, if I'm thinking of the right card, it's a 1/1 for red and you tap and deal damage to a player. I'm going to say that this is just a non-goblin version of that. It's like a human or something. So it's just like 1 red, 1/1.
What's your answer here, bub?
A red.
A red.
A singular red.
Final answer.
Yes.
So close, but so far away.
God damn it.
This is 1 in a red. It is a pinger. Most pingers are not 1 mana. Most.
Well, the goblin one is.
It's a fucking goblin. This is a 1/1 human wizard. Fire Slinger deals 1 damage to target creature or player and 1 damage to you.
Oh, this does creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Goblin Fire Slinger just doing 1 damage per. I'm hoping I'm thinking of the right card.
I have no idea. I think that is a card, but I'm thinking a Goblin Sharpshooter.
No, Goblin Sharpshooter is definitely different. No, Fire Slinger, he was like a common in Modern Masters 1.
Yes, that's exactly. It deals 1 damage to target player. I looked it up.
Oh, see, I fucking knew that card. See, what set was fucking Fireslinger originally from?
Tempest.
Can I get a card that's made in the 2000s at
No
least?
shit.
Oh, finally one that's made in an era that I was alive. Cool.
This is actually funny. It's legal in every set on Scryfall. Or legal in every format on Scryfall.
Every format, eh?
Every format, eh?
What is it?
Negate.
Negate, you say? That is going to be 1 and a blue for an instant speed spell. You can counter target non-creatures.
Correct.
But which art is it?
I'm going to give you the flavor text. I'm going to give you a little curveball here. If you can guess the set based off of the flavor text, I will give you an additional.
Oh, I love this. Let it rip.
You cannot be an Ojutai monk. They prize wisdom and skill, and you have neither. Ciara, the dragon's.
Oh, God. Is it? I don't think Negate was in Cons of Tarkir. Is it Dragons of Tarkir?
Is that your answer?
No.
We're doing a game within a game.
I know we are.
15 seconds.
No, it's Cons of Tarkir. Because, wait, it specifically says, who's the person?
Ciara, the dragon's.
Oh.
I need an answer now.
Dragons of Tarkir.
It might be, but this one is Conspiracy Take the Crown.
Oh, fucking Christ. Well, that was totally fucked. You knew I was never going to get that. That's the only reason why you did that.
100%.
You're trash. God damn.
Are you ready for your next one?
Yeah, I have 2 more, right?
Yes. This
Then
is
I have to run the
numero
table.
quattro. You should get this. This is Vexing Devil.
Vexing Devil. This is the fucking guy that you can... when it enters the battlefield, your opponent can choose whether to like nug themselves for 5 or no 4, and then sacrifice it. It's 1 red.
That is correct. Yeah, I wasn't even asking because this
4/3?
is 4/3.
Yeah, this card's sweet.
It is sweet.
It's from Abyssin Restored, right?
Yes.
Hell yeah!
It's not any fun until someone loses.
I love that. What an iconic flavor text.
Are you ready for number quattro? Yeah, you're not getting fucking basic planes.
Oh my god, dude, that would have been such a good one for me.
Or Tolarian Academy.
I know that one too.
Oof. You ready?
I do have 2 hints.
You have 1 hint.
I didn't use a hint.
I thought you used a hint on
No, I have not
the
used
Fire
a single
Slinger.
hint.
No, you haven't. Okay, this
Here we
is
go.
Coastal Wizard.
Coastal Wizard. Oh, Jesus. I'm definitely going to have to use a hint on this one. What the fuck does this thing do?
On your turn, before you attack, you may tap Coastal Wizard to return it and any one other creature to their owner's hands.
Wait, is there an errated text for this?
Yes.
Can I get the errated text instead of the fucking garbage text that you just fucking tried to feed me?
Yes. Tap. Return Coastal Wizard and another target creature to their owner's hands. Activate this ability only during your turn before attackers are declared.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, there's literally a 0% chance I'm getting that. I'm guessing the creature type is wizard. Oh, god damn it. It's definitely blue. There's like no even fucking chance I'm getting that. It's fucking old because you gave me the non-errated text, so thanks for that free hint. But it
Have
doesn't
another
matter.
hint yet.
It literally doesn't matter. There's no way I'm ever getting that. It's like 3 in a blue, I guess.
You have another hint? There's a hint?
Yeah, well, who's the artist?
Edward P. Beard Jr.
Oh, now I have it. Yeah, it's definitely 3 in a blue.
Is that your final answer?
Sure.
That would be incorrect.
Fuck.
It is.
I mean, who's surprised here?
I wouldn't have gotten this one. It's 2 blue.
Ugh.
I was hoping you were going to ask for power toughness because it's 1 shield or 1 sword, 1 shield.
Oh, so this is a portal card.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Portal Second Age.
That actually might have given me a better hint than what I actually asked for.
Yeah, you fucked up, bud.
How is that me fucking up? I got some hammers during that one.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think maybe no. If I would have asked for the text of Fireslinger, I probably would have gotten that one. There's no way I would have gotten Castle, and there's no way I would have ever gotten the fucking Coastal Wizard ever in a million years.
Yeah, that one was hard.
So I probably could have burned a hint on Fireslinger and been okay. But such is life, dude.
Yeah, you don't use your hints early enough sometimes.
Well, I'm just going to try to take the L's. I mean, it's like I got to burn hints on things that I might get. There was no point in me using a fucking hint for Castle because I was never, ever getting that card ever.
You're actually pretty close. You got the CMC right.
Yeah, but it wasn't an enchantment, right?
It wasn't, yeah.
What's that?
All right, so you lost. I win.
I did.
That means you're you're a garbage person, and I get shout out for
Yeah, you get to steal the shout out from underneath me with fucking Coastal Wizard. God damn it.
To be fair,
I
give you many shout outs.
That's true. You
win.
You have handed them out. But that was more from you just being a fucking slacker than me losing or winning.
1,000%. I would like to give this shout out to Dennis Flair.
I say Flar.
Flar.
You can shit on us.
A Scottish person saying flower.
Flar.
He's on the Twitterverse at Canadian_MTG. He's always a person who interacts with us on Twitter, so fucking rock on, my dude, my Canadian fella.
And also, anytime that I've ever streamed on Twitch, he's always been there and always been in the chat, just like hanging out.
You know what's really funny?
What?
This is actually a second Twitter of mine.
Oh, this is just also you.
Yeah, it is actually. It's actually not. So go give Dennis Flower at Canadian MTG a follow. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for coming to hang out and interacting.
This is something that I think was cool to do, to just like start shouting out people of the Fetch and Shock Army so that people can get more connected with people in the Fetch and Shock Army.
Hey, fuckface. It's Fetch and Shock Taste Buds.
Oh, the Taste Buddies. I love that.
That sounds fucked up.
No, the Taste Buddies.
So, Dennis Flower at Canadian MTG, thanks for being a taste buddy.
Yeah, thanks for being one of the taste buddies. Yeah, so everybody go follow him, and then everybody's gonna follow each other, and then we're gonna have a big community of taste buddies.
Fuck off! I'm done with that already.
Spice. We're all bringing the dahi.
I've made it great.
Yeah, the taste buddies. Oh, I love it so fucking much.
I don't know what's worse, the daddies or the taste buddies.
No. Oh, we could be the daddies too. Everybody, that's going to be our Twitter question. Vote on whether you want to be a taste buddy or a daddy.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
I fucking quit. I'm done.
Well, hopefully next week we'll have an answer whether we're going to have some buddies or some daddies.
Tyler, where can the daddies / taste buddies find you?
Well, if you're a daddy, then you can find us at fetch_shock. But if you're a buddy, you can find us also at fetch_shock. And if you're either of those two, you can find me, Tyler, at Basic Land Bin, and you can find Chef Matt at It's Bop, at least for now, until he changes it to Chef Matt.
It'll be a while.
You dirty dog. All right,
so yeah,
daddies and buddies. No. God, I love that so much.
I hate it.
I'm so happy right now.
I hate that. I think it's funny. That's what I really... It's not that I hate it, it's I hate...
Yeah, that's welcome to the Fetch and Shock Self-Loathing Podcast. And on that note, we'll see you later, nerds!
Peace! Get the fuck out of here. Go do something.